Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel where we explore the timeless stories that have shaped our world. Today, we're rejourneying back in time to uncover the beautiful and profound story of the visit of the Magi, a tale of faith, seeking, and divine guidance. Far away from the little town of Bethlehem, a group of wise men scholars we often call the Magi spent their nights gazing at the heavens. They weren't just stargazers, they were deep thinkers, searching for meaning in the celestial patterns. One evening, their studies were interrupted by a breathtaking sight. A new star, impossibly brilliant, shone in the sky. For them, this was no ordinary astronomical event. It was a divine signal, a heavenly announcement. A great and promised king had been born. Filled with a sense of purpose, the Magi made a momentous decision. They would follow this celestial guide, no matter where it led. Packing their camels and gathering precious gifts fit for a king, they set out on an epic journey. Imagine traveling across vast, unforgiving deserts and over rugged mountains, with only a star to guide your way. It was a long and arduous trek, but their spirits weren't dampened. Instead, their hearts were full of hope and anticipation. They knew this wasn't just any royal birth. They believed they were on their way to meet a child chosen by God, a king who would change the world. Their journey was a powerful testament to their unwavering faith. After many weeks, the travelers finally arrived in the bustling city of Jerusalem. They began to ask everyone they met, "Where is the one who has been born King of the Jews? We saw his star when it rose, and have come to worship him." This question sent ripples of confusion and excitement through the city. The news eventually reached the palace of King Herod, the current ruler. Herod was deeply troubled. He saw this newborn king not as a savior, but as a threat to his throne. He summoned the Magi for a secret meeting. He cleverly pretended to share their excitement, asking them to find the child, so he, too, could go and worship. But behind his deceptive words, a dark and sinister plan was forming. Leaving the treacherous politics of Jerusalem behind, the Magi continued their quest. And just as they did, the magnificent star reappeared, shining brightly in the sky. It was as if it had been waiting for them. The star led them southward, directly to the small town of Bethlehem. Imagine their overwhelming joy as it finally came to rest, hovering right over the very house where the child was. Their long, difficult journey had reached its end. They had found him. Stepping inside the humble dwelling, they found Mary and Joseph, and there, with them, was the young child, Jesus. The grandeur of their journey met the simplicity of this sacred moment. Without hesitation, these learned and respected men from the East bowed down in reverence and worshipped him. They then opened their treasures and presented their carefully chosen gifts. First, gold, the metal of kings, acknowledging his royal status. Then, frankincense, a fragrant resin used in temples, a gift for a deity. And finally, myrrh, a precious ointment often used for burial, a poignant symbol that foreshadowed the great sacrifice Jesus would one day make for all humanity. That night, as they rested, the Magi received a divine warning in a dream. They were told not to go back to King Herod, as his intentions were evil. Trusting this guidance over the command of a king, they chose a different path for their journey home, ensuring the safety of the newborn king. Their obedience was a final act of worship, protecting the child and affirming their loyalty to God's plan. The story of the Magi is so much more than just a charming part of the Christmas narrative. It reminds us that the message of Jesus' birth wasn't confined to one place or one people. It was a universal invitation. These wise men traveled from a distant land, representing all the nations of the world, who would come to seek and find hope in him. Their journey teaches us about persistence in our own search for truth, about having faith even when the path is long, and about the importance of seeking God with an open heart. And their gifts show us that true worship isn't just about what we say, but about offering the very best of what we have. Thank you so much for joining me for this story today. If it touched your heart, Please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. We'd love to have you in our community. Until next time, take care.